Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How are you? Now today I'll be doing basically this makeup tutorial that you see. It's morning, it's 10:30. Yeah, I just had coffee and I will be drinking some more, so 2 cups. That's usually my limit. Usually is the key word there. Anyways, I know, my coffee. But I'll be doing this makeup tutorial because when I posted this on my Instagram, this picture over here, you guys gave me the most love, over 1,000 looks and so many beautiful comments. Thank you so much that I was stunned. Now, that did have to do with this palette, this cool tone palette from the Nightingale Pretty Vulgar. Now, if you saw my videos, I'll link it below. For the BoxyCharm, I gave it a horrible review, but something told me, give it a second chance. So, just to see, because it is pigmented, it's just, yeah, first impressions, sometimes they go well, sometimes it's not. So I've been playing around with this palette to figure out what actually looks good on me. Figured out the trick to this. You'll see a lot of the keywords as we go on. So it's about this palette and it's a retraction of my review. Also, just a little FYI, just got my third song back. It is copyrighted, so now I'll be rearranging for my photo shoot there, and then pretty soon, for right now, 3 songs will be up on YouTube, Spotify, and all that. I will also be creating a website. That way you can go in, that'll have my biography and stuff like that. And I'm gonna start trying to see if I can do shows. We'll see how that goes. So I really appreciate it, and let me know how that goes. Give me your thoughts. Also, for these kind of videos, let me know what else you want to see, because I'm here for you. Just remember, we're friends. I'm here to help you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you appreciate the tutorial, because I'm sure a lot of you were interested in how I got that look in the first place. So here you go. I'm following your request, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in just a second. Well, hello. Now, right now, I do have my eyebrows done and concealer on my eyes, because I wanted to show you strictly the eye portion, and I will be doing a little bit on the Laura Geller, because I know when I did the BoxyCharm, it was very pigmented. I had to learn how to use it. Don't you love first impressions? But I wanted to show you what I've learned, so it's a little bit of a retraction, as I said in the beginning of the video. So what I'm gonna do is put you a little bit closer, and as I always indicate, it's a disclaimer in all my videos, I do have a little mirror right here, so I will be looking down just for I can like actually see what I'm doing. Sorry, I played with the mirror. Sorry. So give me a sec before I can pull you in. Okay, that's as far as the camera's gonna let me pull you in. I may have a lens to get you even closer, but let me know if this distance is okay with you guys when I do my makeup tutorials with you, or if you want to a little bit closer, let me know, comment below. That way I can adjust the lens, because I have another one, but I want to see what you guys prefer, since you know this is about you. So specific is 10:15 a.m. I know, but you know, I woke up thinking about you. I wanted to greet you in the morning, because I don't know if you're on your way to work or whatsoever, or you had a bad day or even a good day. I want to make it better or more. Or you could be like me, watch YouTube videos till the end to help you fall asleep. That's horrible, isn't it? Okay, so for the Nightingale palette, I did have a bad review on this, but I figured out how to use it, because my skin tone, or my undertone, I think that's the word, right? Undertone? Yeah, I think undertone. I'm a warm type of person. If you looked at my videos, all of them are warm. This is a cool tone palette, but I had to experiment how to make it work, and a lot of it I had to use a lot of my own brushes. I will use a few, like maybe 2 of the brushes from the line that came in, and not because they're bad. I really do like the brushes. It's just I had to learn how to use it, because I'm so used to my Sigma brushes. Sigma, if you're watching, I love you. So with this, since they're primed, I don't have any powder on them. And the good part about powder, in case you're new to makeup and you just don't know, I'd be happy to explain. Basically, it sets the powder down, so when you put shadow on, it won't skip, it won't anything. It's nice and smooth and Just think of it like a painting. You want to make sure it's nice. It doesn't have any rough edges or anything, right? So I will be using the Alamar brushes, and I'm going to use Nocturnal to set it, because this shade is very light and it's perfect for setting it. And I think I set this color when I did the BoxyCharm as well. Okay, now that they're set, I'm going to use my Sigma E40. The first color I'm going to use is Hide and Seek. So I'm going to put it in. And here's the trick about this palette. Because they are very pigmented, and when I first reviewed it, it became gray. There you go. It became gray and black. I was doing it too hard. You have to hit the brush, hold it towards the end, because I do have a habit of doing it up here. That's gonna put too much pressure. You have to put, as much as uncomfortable this is, a little back, put it on the crease, but lightly, because if your hand is too far away from here, it's gonna not be so harsh or too hard. So just a little FYI, tips from Enid. I know, just tips, just hashtag tips. Okay, so you put it around the crease as so. Okay, now as you can see, I applied it on both eyes. It's like a very nice toned down brown. And I think when I did it before, it was a hot mess. But basically, I learned that because there is a trick to this palette. It was a learning curve. It's an interesting palette. Now, because I am a more warmer type of eyeshadow palette type of girl, I ain't gonna lie, I am. What I went ahead and did on top of this, lightly, again, I know, again, the moment I'm gonna use this mini compact thing, and I think it's from, oh, this compact thing's from Lancome. I think they still have one of those dual type of things. And I'm gonna, you know how it's the two browns. You don't have to use this specific one. Any light brown or close to these color that you can. This one does have little specks of glitter in it. I'm trying to get you to focus. Okay. As you can tell, this is much loved. Like, I can even use this to do like a natural, like literally 5-minute look out the door. If you want me to do that, let me know, comment below. And basically what I went ahead and did is use this color, the same brush, use this color, put it in, and I go over that color, go over the crease, because that makes the color not really intensify, but it blends out a little more, and it's also a trick for things not to go so black. I figured that trick when it comes to cool tones. So brown has to be part of the game when you're creating this type of look. I said I had to learn it. I didn't know. Like I said, I don't know everything about makeup. I had to learn that too. So basically, you put it on the crease, like over the crease, hold the brush back again, very lightly, and just go over it. Okay, now as you can tell, it has that undertone of the, what's that called? Hide and Seek, but it calms it down. Now, what I went ahead and did is go back to Hide and Seek and do it again. The key of the game when it comes to this palette, I don't know about all cool tones, since honestly I feel like this is my first actually true cool tone palette, but it's to go very lightly. But you see how it became, it's a little in the dark side, but it's not gray and it's not black. So that's what I had to learn, just advising you guys how to do this palette, because if I would have known this, first impressions. So I'll go back to Hide and Seek. I use the same brush because I'm a big fan of trying to use minimum stuff to do multiple things if you can. And just go over what you just did again. Okay, now you see how that became kind of that softer, cool tone kind of brown when it's mixed in. It's very, very nice. And that's it. So that's basically the trick. If you have a kind of warmish type of thing, or even if you're not, that's just a good trick overall. Because like I said, when it comes to this type of look, you have to do it a very light hand. And then I go ahead and use my Sigma E25 And I go into this darker brown, which I think when I first did it, it was like gray. No. I use Flip Out on this brush. Dust this off. And the same thing applies. You're gonna probably hear this sentence throughout the whole video. Light, light, light. Because on that picture that you guys saw that I got like close to 2,000 likes, my goodness. Oh, thank you, by the way. That was a huge surprise for me. Is everything has to be with light and contrast and understanding how to mix cool tones. This is a huge lesson for me. I thought I would save you the trouble. So the way I'm gonna do it, this one I will hold it a little bit closer. Now, if you know you have a very, very heavy hand that you can't control, stick with holding it like back here. But the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna put it on the crease right there, like in between that shadow. Don't go over the shadow like you did on the other one. Just put it right in the middle, across like wind wiper motions, lightly. That's the whole key word of this whole tutorial. Lightly, or else you'll get a very muddy mess. Like I did on that video. You see how that gave it a little bit of an element? So it's not covering the top, but it gave it a little something. So what you do, you go back to the brush that you did when you did hide and seek. Do not add additional product. Do not do it. Just go over, blend everything in. That way it doesn't look so harsh or too, because you're trying to make this look very nice and very outgoing. So, as so. And remember, lightly. Cool tones equals light. Okay, now with all that blending, you see how a little bit of this kind of, not really went away, but it's lighter than what it was. So, as you know, I go back to the E25. Man, I know these by memory. So proud of myself. E25, go back to Flip Out. Go back to Flip Out. And just go and do the same thing again. Lightly. And then once you do that, go back to the brush and lightly blend everything in. And then get this, and then I will say go and touch of hide and seek. And when I mean a touch, I mean like this. That's it. And just go over it again. And then I go back with this, go over it just one more time with no additional product, by the way. Okay, and that's really it. You see how it doesn't turn out black and gray like it did at that U-Haul? It actually has that nice, cooler, calmer with a touch, a little bit of dark in there. You see how that works? See how that works? See, I had to learn that. Now, for the lid, I'm gonna use one of the new brushes from Alamar. I gotta learn this brand without looking at it. Alamar. Okay. And I'm actually gonna use the Silver Spoon color, this bluish color here. I'll put it on both sides. And this one is the one that you do not have to do lightly. You can do dark because this one is not as pigmented as the other ones. So basically, because we're gonna do a little bit of a halo, just in the middle, just in the middle. And it's gonna look like a hot mess, believe me, but trust the process. Trust the process. Oh, don't you love our makeup faces? Oh, our makeup faces, I swear. So basically what I did there, I didn't explain it, my apologies. When you first do it up and down, like this. And then get some more and then do it this way, because it helps spread it out. See how nice that turned out? Looks a little creepy, don't it? Then you do it again on the other side. And now after this, if you want to intensify it just a tad, because that's what I do, use your finger, go on the color, and just go over what you just did. It's not necessary, but when you start blending, sometimes it tends to want to, you know, be less pigmented. So I'm trying to give it the best shot as possible. So you do this, and You go sideways, by the way. See how nice and intensifies that looks? Then I'm actually going to use a bigger, and I decided a bigger one than a little pencil brush. This, to be honest, is from You Spicy. See, you can go to Amazon, just a pencil brush that's a little bit bigger, because you're going to go in the inner corner and out here. Like I said, you're doing a halo. But I'm going to use Clutch. So you pick it up. It has a little bit of shine, a little bit of sparkle in it, and just put it on both, you know, inner and outer. Now you see how that came out nice and pretty, but that inner corner looks a little bit off. So go back to that brush and just start blending it out. That way it can fit in. A little bit of Clutch and just go over it again. And then you go with the brush. It doesn't have to be a clean brush. I used the same brush that we used on Hide and Seek, and just go over it. No additional product, just for it can help blend itself out lightly. Okay. And then we use the same large pencil brush, and I'm going to mix Swoop and After Midnight, and I'm just going to put it right here in the outer corner. So basically this, do mix it in. And you put it in the outer corner. That's how you get that nice smoky dark eyes, you know. And go a little bit on the crease just so I can get that dimension. Sorry, my camera stopped recording automatically for some reason. So hopefully you got what I was doing. But on Swoop and After Midnight, I'm just putting it on the outer here. Then use your finger and intensify. Go to Silver Spoon, that bluish color. Use your finger and just go over it and slide it that way. That way you can help blend in. And then for the brown bone.
Hey, I'm sorry, it's Enid here doing editing. I'm not quite sure what happened. I know I was supposed to do the brown bone, and so I guess my camera decided to stop and I didn't tell you. I'm so sorry. Basically, get a very, a small flat brush. And the colors that I used for my brown bone was Nocturnal and Break Free. I mixed those two and I put it on my brow bone. So I'm really, really sorry. I don't know what happened. My camera decided to be weird. I don't know. But thank you for your understanding. Okay, here's the rest of the video. Bye.
This next one that I did, as you saw in the video, I did have a liner on. I'm using what came in that box. The Butter London Stroke of Wow. Now, my statement stays the same when I did that video. You have to have an extremely steady hand. I kind of don't. Like I said, it's a practice type of thing. I have to put my elbow down and hold my eye this way and go very, very slowly, because last time I tried this with the brush like I wanted to, because I did like the formula, but it's not as pigmented compared to when it is to the wheel thing. As I dip it here, I take it off. I'm going to be extremely close to my mirror. So I will look down and let's see how this goes. Now, the thing I do disagree with this though, it says you're able to do this with a wing. Maybe it's my skills. I can't do a wing very well. I can barely even do it with a regular brush. But I just can't do it. But you see how more pigmented it is? Like I said, this is a very nice formula. It's just the wheel. Now, will I ever purchase this on my own? No, because of that wheel. Now, if it was just the brush, it'd be perfect. Now, with this look, because it is so intense and very black, I will be putting lashes on top. So I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna finish the rest of my face, and you will see me with lashes when I come back. And the reason being, like I said, on that photo I had lashes on, and here it'll bring up the look a lot more. Very intense, very beautiful. So I'll be right back, and we'll do what I have left on the other under eye, and I'm gonna show you how to use this blush, so I won't be completely done, and I'll even show you lips. So I'll see you in about a second. And hello, I'm back. As you can tell, my face is done. I have my lashes on. It looks completely different when all that's done, isn't it? I know. And so far it's going good. It's going good. I will put all the products that I used on the rest of my face in the description below, just in case you're kind of curious to see what I actually put on my face. Anyways, let's go ahead and finish up this look. So I'm gonna go back into this palette, and I'm gonna use the Sigma E30, a pencil brush, and this time a smaller one. Go into hide and seek. And remember what we did at the beginning of the video? You go underneath the lash line. I'm gonna go all the way through. Very, very lightly. Okay, and for underneath the eyes, you can just leave that color and be done. But with the same brush, if you want to go a little bit further, I'm going to mix the Swoop in After Midnight like we did on the inner right here. And I'm going to use the same brush, go right here and here, just halfway. I'm not going to take it all the way through, just to give it, you know, that nice close effect. Swoop and After Midnight. As so. Again, brush and blend it in. Then I'm gonna use, I know you guys probably tired already, the Wonder Beauty Unleash Volume and Curl Mascara, and I'm gonna use this for my bottom lashes. You do not have to, but because this is more nighttime appropriate type of look, like this would be a look I would go on like on a date. You don't want your bottom lashes to just disappear and be gone. So I'll put it underneath. And then on top of that, I'm gonna put the Voluminous Lash Paradise on top of that. This just gives it a little bit more volume. And now that the eyes, they are completely complete. Oh, just so you know, on the inner corner is a highlight that I used. I mixed the TooFaced one and a Wet n Wild one. I'll put it down in the description below which product I used. But now we're gonna add a little bit of blush. I'm gonna use the Laura Geller, which is why I didn't finish up my face, because I did promise you that I was going to show you how to do this. Now, I'm going to use the Tarte Blush Brush. And this is the interesting about this blush. I can't speak. It's still early. You do put your brush, try saying blush and brush in here. Tap it. And this is what you do. Use your hand as your palette. You're going to do this because it's a lot of color. You're going to go right here, and I discovered if you make like a little C up here, it brightens up your face, because this one does have a little bit of shimmer in it, and it makes you look younger. I mean, who doesn't want to look younger? So this is what you do. Lightly. Also, another trick to this is to brighten your eyes a little bit. If you, like I said, everything's light, and you swoop over the shadow there, it gives it a little bit more of that youngness going on. So like this. That's it. Don't need any more than that. That's it. But you see how nice and beautiful it gives you. It gives you that nice illuminating look and that youngness going on. And like I said, do that C. That's starting to be like my favorite letter, because in makeup, it gives your face beautiful dimension. You can tell you do a little bit of that over the eyes, as I mentioned, and that's how you use this one. I think I can safely say this is like my favorite blush of all time now, because now that I learned how to use it, yeah, a lot of the main color is here, but a lot of makeup, you have to do that anyway. I don't call it much of a waste, because if you really want to, you can always take this and put it into your skin. And it gives you that nice glow back here. I mean, you can always wipe it, but you know, you gotta keep and choose as makeup. But there's that. And you see how it just blends evenly. Last to the lips. I'm gonna prime my lips just like how we prime everything else. I'm gonna use the TooFaced Lip Insurance Original Demi Matte Anti-Feathering Lip Primer. And you put it all over the lips. It's a smoother application is what it helps, so yeah. I'm going to use a variety of products on my lips today. Actually, I'll be using first the Unicorn Tears from TooFaced. I'm going to do a little bit of an ombre effect. Just watch what it does. officially say this is like my favorite lipstick of all time because just look, and it's nice and smooth. It's the same formula as those La Creme lipsticks that I put on my channel. Love those. But, you know, obviously we can't keep it like this because it looks bad. So we're gonna continue with the Too Faced theme on Sunday Fun Day, and you put it on top. See how I cooled that down? But if you look closely, it really makes you have like that nice shiny, like it's not so peachy, but it gives it that brightness. And then from the same Too Faced, I'm gonna be using, this is still Unicorn Tears, right? Right, the Transformation Lip Topper. I can't speak this morning. And you just put it in the middle lightly because this is pigmented. That is basically the look. So I'll be using my Glam Glow Glow Setter just to set the makeup in. And that is the end of the makeup tutorial. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Remember to push the subscribe button and push the notification bell. It lets you know when my videos pop up and say, oh, I'm here, which is usually I post every Monday and Friday. I'll load up around 11 a.m. So you know. So, you know, we're just basically closer depending on your time zone. Lunch, it could be before bed you could watch, or just have fun. So just let me know what else you want to see. Have a conversation, comment below, because remember, we're friends here, we're all community here. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Oh, and remember to follow me on all of my social medias at Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I even have a Snapchat now, and for the same handle, Enidbluesinger, as well as my IMDb page, Enid Lopez. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you below in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and have a great and blessed day. And remember, I love you guys very much, and thanks so much for watching my videos. I truly appreciate it.